Okay guys, so for our main exercises, the first exercise that we're going to do today is a plank. And the reason for doing the plank is that the plank strengthens our core muscles, which is very important for supporting the rest of our body. For example, to have a strong center or to support your back, your core needs to be strong. So for the first one, for the plank, there are two ways that we're going to do it. There's going to be an easy way and a bit more of a difficult way to challenge you. So for the first one, which is the easy one, you are going to have your knees on the ground and you're going to place your hands flat on the ground, shoulder width apart, and we are going to drop our elbows to the ground and we are going to keep our back as straight as we can, and we're going to hold ourselves up for as long as possible. Okay? If you have to fall or if you need to stop, that's okay, but try and hold it for as long as you can. And you should be feeling your stomach is nice and tight. That means that your core is activated or your core is working, and you're going to try and hold it for as long as possible. Okay? So keep going, and then we're going to show you the more difficult way or the more challenging way is you're going to have your knees off the ground, your legs extended, and you are going to have the same thing, hands flat, elbows on the ground, shoulder width apart, and you're going to keep your body as straight as possible for as long as you can. So try and hold it for as long as possible and make sure that your abs or your stomach is nice and tight. Okay, and then to show you guys from the front, so to show you your back, how you should be looking from the front, make sure that, again, everything is there and your back is nice and straight, and hold for as long as possible. For our second exercise, we are going to be doing bicep curls. So bicep curls focus on our bicep muscle. So this is our bicep, if you're not familiar with it. And what we're going to do for this exercise is we're going to use, you can use 2 bottles like this, or you can use 2 water bottles, or even a bottle like this. If you only have one, that's also fine. I'll show you a way that we can use only one at a time. So to show you with these bottles, what's going to happen is you're going to let your arms hang next to the side of your body, nice and loose, and pretend that your elbows are attached to your sides or glued to the sides of your ribs or your tummy. And from here, we're not going to move our arms like this. We're going to keep our arms on our side, and we're only going to lift from our elbows using our biceps. So it's going to look like this. So we're going to go up, down, up, and down. Okay? So from a front on view, you're going to go up, down, up, down. If you have to do this, then they're probably too heavy for you and you need to put a bit less water in them. If you're doing it too easily or it feels too light, then you need to put more water, but make sure that the water level is the same on each water bottle. Again, if you're using, you can use these. Okay, again, fill them up with water, you hold them in your hands, and the same thing applies. Keep your elbows nice and straight and lift. If you only have one, that's also fine. You do the same thing, you hold it in your hand, okay, and you're just going to do one at a time. So, same thing, arms nice and straight, and you're going to lift and down, okay? The reason why we're working out our bicep muscles is because the bicep, together with the rest of our arm muscles, our tricep, together with our shoulder and our chest, are very important muscles used in the freestyle stroke, because that's where a lot of your power comes from when we're pulling back into the water. Okay, watch the next slide to see how many bicep curls you need to do for your year level. Guys, for our third exercise for today, we are going to be doing squats, and squats focus on our quadricep muscles, which are very important for the kicking part of the freestyle stroke. So to do a squat, I'm going to show you from the side. You're going to have your legs shoulder width apart, or your feet shoulder width apart. Same as your arms out in front of you, shoulder width apart, nice and straight. So to show you from the side, shoulder width apart, arms are out nice and straight, and from here we are going to go down, but we're going to keep our back and our stomach nice and flat, so we're not going to be like this or doing it like that. And from here we're just going to go like this. So you're going to try to get your knees over your toes. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. For our last exercise for today, we are going to be doing push-ups. And again, the same with the bicep curls. Push-ups works our biceps, our triceps, as well as our chest muscles. Okay? And like I explained earlier, these are very important muscles for the freestyle stroke. So to do a push-up, I'm going to give you two different ways. We're going to do an easy way, and then there's going to be a more challenging way. So for the easy way, similar to when we were doing the plank, you're going to have your knees on the ground, your arms out in front of you, hands nicely flat on the ground, shoulder width apart, and from here you're going to go straight down as far as you can, keeping your back straight, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then for the more challenging ones, or for full push-ups, you're going to do same thing, but this time no knees on the ground, your legs out, hands shoulder width apart, and again we're going to go down as far as possible. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay guys, for today's main exercise, we are going to be focusing on our core muscles or our stomach muscles to make sure that we have the strength needed to continue to have a continuous strong stroke throughout our race. So if we're swimming 25 or 50 meter laps, we need to make sure that we have a strong core so that we can endure the distance of the race. So to start off, the first one that we are going to be doing is we're going to be doing sit-ups. And to do these sit-ups, I'm going to show you. You get down on the floor, and what you're going to do is, we're not going to have our legs right up here, we're going to have our legs slightly more apart, and from this position you're going to have our hands out like this, nice and straight, and when we do the sit-up we are going to get our wrists to touch the top of our knees. So from here we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Make sure you go all the way back and your arms stay out straight, and then we come up from there. So make sure that you're looking ahead of you and that you're not looking like this. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going to continue to do that for as many times as it says in the next slide, according to what year level you're at. Okay guys, for our second core exercise today, we're going to be doing what's called bicycles. And in a similar situation, or similar position that we take up with the sit-ups that we just previously did, we do the same thing again, but this time we're going to lay flat on our backs. Okay, so make sure that we are flat on our backs, and we're going to have our arms or our hands behind our head and our arms to the side, and we're going to lift our legs up. And like a bicycle, we are going to go right elbow to left knee and left elbow to right knee. So we're going across. Okay, watch. So we go from here, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and watch the slide to see how many you need to do. Remember, it'll be 10 on each leg, so 10 to the left and 10 to the right. Okay guys, for our third exercise, we're going to do an exercise that we call shoulder taps. So what we're going to do for this one is you need to be in a push-up position with our arms fully extended, and what's going to happen is we're going to take our hands and we are going to touch our shoulders while keeping an upright position. So I'll show you. So we'll stay in the push-up position and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, remember when you're doing that exercise, try and feel like you're pulling your stomach muscles really tight while you're doing it. And again, watching the next slide to see how many you need to do. Okay guys, for our final exercise today, we're going to do what's called Russian twists. And there are going to be two ways of doing this. There's going to be an easy way and a more challenging way. You can decide how you want to do them. And if you feel that the easy way is too easy, feel free to start the next set using the more difficult or the more challenging way. So to do this one, we're going to get into a similar position that we did with the sit-ups. So we're going to sit down, and the easy way of doing this is to have your feet on the ground. So we have our feet on the ground like this, and what you're going to do is you're going to hold your hands together. You can hold them like this, or just like this if you like. And what's going to happen is you're going to go to a 45-degree or just lift yourself up just to about there. And what you're going to do is you're going to pretend that you've got a ball in your hand, and you're going to move the ball from side to side. So it's going to be like this. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to do the more difficult ones, you lift your legs up and you do the same thing. So we lean a little bit further back, we lift our legs up and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and again, watch the next slide to see how many you need to do.